Good morning. I'd like to welcome everyone for coming out today. It's nice to see such a great turnout. Fortunately, Mother Nature stopped the rain, so we're not walking through mud here on the site today. With that, I'd like to introduce Council President Mike McDermott, who's going to introduce the dignitaries that are here today.
Thank you, Deputy Mayor. And if you didn't know, there's going to be a race to see who gets done first, this or the Merriman Rd Bridge. So we'll see how that goes. But thank you for being here. I want to introduce our dignitaries that we have here. If we could hold the applause until we're done with the list of dignitaries, that would be appreciated. First up, we have our Mayor, Kevin Coleman. What was that? Hold the applause. We have from Congresswoman Tlaib's office, a representative. We have Cheryl Tipton. We have representatives from Governor Whitmer's office, Janita Moore and Victoria Houston. We have our state representative, Peter Herzberg. We have our Wayne County Commissioner, Glenn Anderson. We have our 18th District Court Judge, Sandra Ference Cicerelli. We have our 18th District Court Judge, Mark McConnell. We have our City Clerk, Richard LeBlanc. We have myself, our Council President Pro Tem, Melissa Sampe, Councilwoman Emily Bauman, Councilman Jim Hart, I do not see here, Councilman Delano Hornbuckle, Councilman Doug Wishart, and from our Wayne Westland School Board Trustee Melody Hines. Thank you all for coming.
Thanks, Mike. Next up, we have one of the main people responsible for obtaining the funding for this, our Mayor, Kevin Coleman.
Well, good morning, everybody. So this is a day that we've waited a long time for, something that I've been excited about personally for over a year now. And today marks a major milestone and transformation for our fire department. And when we put these shovels in the ground today, we're starting the spending of a whole lot of money. And I've heard people say, well, you guys are spending a lot of money here. Well, I tell you what, when it comes to the safety and security of our Westland residents, it's money well spent. And thank you. And I'm proud to say that out of the $6.5 million construction cost, it'll be completely funded by a $7 million state of Michigan grant, which we were able to obtain last year in our state of Michigan budget. I worked with State Senator Dayna Polehanki, our Speaker of the House, Joe Tate, and the Governor's office, Governor Gretchen Whitmer. So I wanted to thank our partners in Lansing for their support of public safety here in Westland. And what we're doing today is we are breaking ground on the biggest, most up-to-date, most high-tech fire station in one of the largest cities in the state of Michigan. And we are going from our smallest and most outdated fire station to our biggest fire station with a regional training center, not just for Westland, but for all of Western Wayne County. I think once Westland residents see the beautiful facility that we're about to construct here, they're going to be really excited and really proud. I'm also pleased to announce that our state representative, Peter Herzberg, and Dayna Polehanki, our state senator, were able to secure another $3.5 million this year to construct another fire station on the other side of town in our south end, which will start next year. And a couple of great aspects of this facility are that, we're doing this on city property, so we already own this property. We didn't have to purchase it. This is a kind of a historic spot in our city, the old Hawthorne Valley Golf Course. A lot of people have a lot of memories here. But we're turning a new chapter in our city. It's going to be a beautiful facility. We're really excited. And it symbolizes the dedication that we have in Westland to providing the best public safety possible. We need this facility because it allows growth for our fire department. We have the largest amount of staff in our fire department we've ever had, 91 staff in our fire department. And I want to thank these guys for all their hard work. They work really hard. They're out there saving lives. The work that they do on a day-to-day basis affects the quality of life for our residents. And we're not going to forget that. So we want to make sure they have the best tools and resources and fire stations to work out of. So we're rebuilding 2 out of our 4 fire stations, and these are our 2 oldest fire stations. And it really takes a lot of collaboration to get something like this done. So I want to thank all of our city staff that worked with me on this. Again, our partners at the state of Michigan. I want to thank you all for coming today. I look forward to watching this construction as it moves along. And I want to turn it over. I know we have him coming up next. I believe it's our fire chief, and he's going to talk a little bit about really the key aspects of this, because we are moving our fire administration offices here as well. And if you've ever been down Marquette Road over by John Glenn High School, you've seen that outdated building. It was time to really give our fire chiefs and administration a better facility to work out of. And then we have our training center here as well, which are going to be dedicated to fallen firefighters Brian Woehlke and Todd Stanaway. And we could think of no better way to honor their memory than to make this permanent and put their name on this beautiful facility. So with that, I want to turn it back to our deputy mayor, who's going to introduce the next speaker. Thank you, everybody.
Thanks, Mayor. And then the chief has been heavily involved in every aspect of this project. So with that, Chief, if you'd like to come up and say a few words.
Good morning. Thanks everyone for coming out for this kind of exciting event. The Westland Fire Department is moving forward in a great direction, and I don't want to steal everything that the mayor had to say, but we are at our largest manpower at 91 budgeted personnel, and we're also, though, at our busiest time we've ever been. So my first year here as a firefighter, I ran on 7,471 runs. Last year we ran on 16,422. And this year we're averaging 46 runs per day, which pushes us closer to that 17,000 calls per year run volume. So with that, we do that out of 4 stations. And today marks the groundbreaking of rebuilding station number 2, which is just north of here, our oldest and smallest station. Built in 1956 as part of the Nankin Township Fire Department. It really wasn't designed for the run volume that we run today, nor the size of the apparatus today. So moving to this 13,000 square foot facility, as the mayor mentioned, not only provides for a better service today, but allows for growth in the future as well. And the training facility he mentioned, in the classroom portion of that, we'll not only be able to continue providing first-rate fire education for our firefighters, but we can host our surrounding departments and the firefighters in the region as well, providing for a more educated fire service in general. And then from the classroom to the outside, the 3-story training facility here will allow us to better develop and hone our hands-on skills from search and rescue to firefighter maydays to technical rescue to the first time ever really being able to do live fire exercises, which puts our firefighters in the most realistic training environment possible. And then the mayor mentioned moving administration over here, and that does a couple things. I feel like number one, it puts the fire administration closer to the firefighters to get rid of kind of that stigma and the separation of ranks. I think that's a benefit to the fire department as a whole. And then with us being on site allows us to have a more efficient training as well, since we are here on site. So with all of those things, what ultimately it does is provides for a more capable, more prepared response to our core mission of providing an exceptional level of service to our citizens and those that are visiting the community. So thanks for coming out, and thanks for your continued support.
Next, from the governor's office, Janita Moore.
Good morning, everyone. I'm very excited to be here to talk about our balanced bipartisan state budget that is delivering real change to residents here in Westland. Earlier this summer, the governor signed her sixth balanced bipartisan general budget. It made historic investments to grow the economy, deliver on kitchen table issues, and create jobs for Michiganders. The budget will help achieve the goal of the governor's Make It in Michigan plan by protecting public safety, bringing manufacturing homes, and building more affordable housing. With support from legislative champions such as Senator Dayna Polehanki and State Representative Peter Herzberg, the City of Westland secured the largest fire and safety enhancement grant in this year's budget of $3.5 million for the new state-of-the-art fire station, along with the previous $7 million that you all are using to invest today. Police and fire safety are top priorities for Mayor Coleman, as he highlighted during his Build a Stronger Westland State of the City address. Our administration shares your commitment to public safety. That's why we have invested more than $1.6 billion since taking office to keep our communities safe. We have hired more first responders and raised revenue sharing every year, and built upon our public safety infrastructure for fire stations to police stations. Thank you, Mayor Coleman, for your commitment to your local residents, from your regular listening sessions to your dedication towards making sure government is providing the best service possible. You're getting things done. Now, let's get ready to build, baby, build a state-of-the-art fire station. Thank you.
Thanks. It takes a huge team to pull something like this off, and we meet on a bi-weekly basis to discuss progress, next steps, and things on that order for this type of facility. And none of this would be possible without the design and architecture for the new fire station. So with that, I'd like to bring up Stacy Peterson from the SIDOC Group, who's the architect on this project.
Thank you. Again, I am Stacy Peterson. I'm an architect, and I'm here to represent the men and women of the SIDOC group, the architects and engineers involved in the project. With a background of experience in over 80 fire stations, we are honored to be a part of this new Fire Station number 2 project. For not just the first responders, the City of Westland Fire Department, but also for the City of Westland as a community. Your city staff and fire department have spent hours going over the functions, the design, and the details for a new station that'll serve the community for decades. We've got a good team. We look forward to a very successful construction phase. And we want to meet you all back here for the dedication with smiles on our face. So thank you.
With that, I think we've got all the speeches out of the way, and it's time for the official groundbreaking. So if we could get the mayor, city council, fire chief, and the other officials that are supposed to be over there at the pile. There's shovels and hard hats ready to go.
On 3, 1,
2, 3.